What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sean P. the Blunt guy. Hey! And we are back again with another reaction stream. And today we will be reacting to another video by content creator Evil. You gotta say it. You gotta say evil like a villain. Evil. Let me stop playing though. And today's video is it's titled The Reason or The Real Reason the Rocks Pirates Disbanded. Okay, so pretty much gonna talk about why why there was a Rocks Pirates, or not why there was a Rocks Pirates, but obviously there was a Rocks Pirates, and we're gonna talk about why there ceased to be a Rocks Pirates. There's some theories out there, and I'm gonna probably get into it a little bit when we really start the stream. But before I start the stream, make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that bell for notifications, as well as follow me on my social media platform, Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page. And if you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we have the One Piece Facebook group and the One Piece Discord. And let me say something about the Discord real quick. Something that kind of came up today. I know a lot of people come into the Discord and y'all want to talk about the recent chapters, right? Y'all want to talk about the chapters after they pretty much get released. The early chapters, the early scans. Before the official comes out. Like I personally do streams after the official, which comes out on Sundays. But sometimes the early scans come out like, I think Thursdays or something. Either like Wednesdays or Thursdays. I can't really remember. But if you go into the Discord and you want to talk about the original, or you want to talk about the scans, right? We have a specific channel in the Discord for you guys to pretty much discuss the early scans. And the reason why I got it that way in the Discord is because a lot of people in the Discord don't, they like to wait till the official chapter drops. So if people go posting in the regular mangas channel about the newest chapter, a lot of people get spoiled on it, right? A lot of people who like to wait until the official come out. So we have a secret channel, and it's not secret, but it only shows up for people who have access to that channel. And if you have access to that channel, you will be able to pretty much talk about the early scans as much as you freely want. Y'all just let me know, and I'll make sure you get the access. You don't have to be special or nothing. It's specifically set up that way to allow the other Discord people who don't follow the early scans to not be accidentally spoiled. So there you go. Let me know if you want part of that channel, and I would definitely get you in the channel. But let me check out these chats, guys. Let me check out these chats. We got Desness in the building. He says, "Until later, guys." Man, that sounds like you leaving, bro. Talking about until later. Was you leaving? Nah, but what's up, Desness, though? What's good? I hope everything's well. I still see you in the chat, so obviously you're not leaving. And then Cube says, "Blum Squad." Right. Representing. Representing the squad, man. Hey, man, that's what it is. And then we got Truth Seeker in the building. He says, "Present," with his hand up. Hey, welcome to the chat, Truth Seeker. And welcome to the stream. That's probably what I should say. Welcome to the stream. Desmond says it's happening. Oh, it's happening. It is happening. And of course, Desmond's gotta give his patent and saying what the dog's doing. Man, we streaming today. That's what we doing. Mine's two, the most evil channel on YouTube. Yeah, man, that's why he call it. That's why he call it evil. Not just evil. He got three threes for the E's. You know what I'm saying? Cube said, "How Sun God Bluff?" Man, first I'm the now I'm the Sun God with I'm the Sun God with future sight hockey and everything. Man, y'all gonna start creating new abilities for me, man. I tell y'all. But man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing well. My birthday is tomorrow, and I might as well say this now. I won't be streaming tomorrow because it is my birthday. I will be out doing things for my birthday. I was contemplating streaming. You know what? I might end up still streaming. I don't know. I don't know. I might stream tomorrow, but if I don't, just understand, I'm probably not able to. I'm probably out, hanging with friends. So I might use that as a day off. I might use that as a day off just to enjoy my birthday. But yeah, I'm good, man. Especially because of that. So Desna says, "How is your future sight today?" I mean, we about to see. I don't know. I can't tell y'all. I mean, if I try to tell y'all I don't have it, y'all not gonna believe me. So what do I say, right? What do I say? What do I say? And then he said, "Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what you apologize for. You good? No need to apologize for anything. I wrote that 2 hours ago before the stream. Oh, okay, all right. That's why once I went live, it was right there. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It is what it is. I was just confused. I was just like, you leaving? This last time we see you in a while, you going into hibernation? You going in for a 2-year time skip training? Learn some hockey? That's what he's trying to do. That's what Desmond is trying to do. He's trying to get that future sight like me. So he about to go on a 2-year break and go train with Rayleigh, right? And then we got Elson Jackington. He said, "Let's go." All right, bro, we going. No, I'm joking. But yeah, let's go. And then Desmond says, "You can tell me in how many hours the next day is at your place. Can you tell me in how many hours the next day is at your place?" Hi, you mean what time is it? It's like 5 p.m. right now where I'm at. I'm not too sure what you're asking me right there, but if you're asking me the time, it's like 5 p.m. So that's yeah. And then he says, "Hype, yeah, why not? You can make the timestamp seeable somehow. I would train with you." Well, I mean, I guess I would have to do timestamps on my old videos. Not like I can't. I don't think I can do a timestamp in the middle of a live stream, And Q said Desna's post time skip has the theory about Eam. And then Desna says right into the thing, yeah. And Elson Jackington said that's how I read it, right? Like that's how I kind of read what he said. I thought he was like leaving or something, like he was going on some sabbatical or I don't know, some training sabbatical, right? Yeah. Doesn't say so. You had birthday in 7 hours. Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah, 7 hours. Yep, 7 hours. I'll be even older than I already am, man. I'll be even older than I already am. I'm already like an old man out here, so I'll be the good old 33. March. So it's like 3/3/33 on the third of the third. I'll be 33rd. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be 33 on the third of the third. Um, that's what I meant. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, 6 hours, 7 hours. Yeah, I got 7 hours. You mean you said nah, I mean to turn off timestamps so you can see. Oh, okay. You mean like on a chat? You mean on a chat? Oh yeah, I got timestamps in the chat. It's just right now I'm reading y'all chat in my in like the Streamlabs software, and it don't have timestamps. If I look on my phone though, where I'm on like the on YouTube, it definitely does have the timestamps. Like when you guys post. So like looking at it now, yeah, you posted at like uh you posted about an hour and 15 minutes ago, or 30 minutes almost. Um uh nah man, and then doesn't says, wow, that's fitting because you watching and evil 3 3 3 3 3 with all them threes, right? How many threes do you want? Hey man, that's just the nature of the beast. That's the day I fell. My birthday fell on, and that's the age I'm turning. So it's just a lot of threes, right? And then on top of it's kind of fitting though, like you said. Yeah, I didn't even realize that until you just said that. It makes sense, right? I'll be 33 on the third, right? of the third month, and watching 3 3 Threeville, evil. Uh, you said I understand. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this video we about to react to, man. Let's talk about this video. All right, so video is about why did what happened with the Rocks Pirates, right? What happened? Why did they disband? What pretty much caused them to disband? A pirate crew with such great such great fighters, right? Like just look at everybody who was part of the Rocks Pirates, right? Look at everybody, or I mean everybody that we at least know of, right? Who was part of the Rocks Pirates? We got Rox Dieselbeck. Of course, he was the captain. From what we know, he seems like a very to be able to lead such other strong individuals. He would have to be strong himself, right? He would have to be pretty strong himself. So we had Rox Dieselbeck. We had the world's strongest man with the devil fruit, capable of destroying the world. Quote unquote. We don't know how, if it could actually do that, but people believe it. So there may be some validity to it, right? We had the beast herself. We got like the iron balloon herself, even though she wasn't the shape of a balloon at that time. Big Mom, right? Yeah, Emperor of the Sea, Big Mom. Then we had a young beast, land, air, sea. Pretty much would beat you in all three of them, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Also known as the world's strongest creature in Kaido. Um, and even Q just you know, Captain John Silvers, who we seen in what was it? That arc with Moria. Not Punk. Punk Hazard is like the name that's popping in my mind, but I know it's not Punk Hazard. Uh, hey man, why am I having brain freezes right now, yo? Oh man. Uh, in the Thriller Bark. Damn. So yeah, Thriller Bark. Yeah, Cube just commented. I just remembered before I seen your comment. Thriller Bark. We seen John. He was one of the zombie generals, right? So that was so Captain John Silver. Now I don't know how strong he was, but you know, we just know he was strong enough to be one of Moria's zombie generals. Now, I mean, that's not really saying a lot, though, right? Because you know, Moria was probably stronger than his zombies, but you know, he lost to a pre time skip Luffy, right? We had Shiki, which I actually forgot Shiki was part of the crew. I thought Shiki, but I was like, I was thinking like, was Shiki part of the crew or not? Because I kind of remember them saying he was, but I don't know for sure. But you know, if you, I'm gonna just take your word for it. You said Shiki, Shang-Chi, yeah, and pretty much named everybody else. But yeah, we have all those in one crew, all these powerhouses in one crew. So what happened that made it to where this strong crew that probably could have easily been the strongest crew ever assembled? You know what I'm saying? Uh, what happened to have them disband? Now there's a couple room now when we look at how they came to be, how the Rocks Pirates came to be, there's different theories, right? Like a popular theory that a lot of you guys talk about in this channel is the theory that the Rocks Pirates were formed from a Davy Back fight, right? So you had these we might have had Rocks Diesel Beck going around different crews taking strong members by beating them in Davy Back fights. You know, even if you was a captain, you probably could get taken as well. So, you know, that's the theory of how they formed, right? It would make sense, you know, to have such strong pirates in one crew that maybe not they didn't necessarily want to be part of the crew by their own will, right? Like they were almost forced to join the crew against their will through something like the Davy Back fight, right? Now I don't know if that's the same for everybody in the crew. You know, like Kaido, him being 15, maybe he joined the crew because, you know, maybe he joined the crew as a 15-year-old kid, right? Maybe Rock seen something in this young kid, this 15-year-old guy. He's seen the potential that we see at the moment, and he was like, "Look, I want you to be a part of my crew, kid." And then maybe Kaido seen how strong Zebek was, and he was like, "Look, I want to follow you, right? I definitely want to follow you." So, you know, I would probably say Kaido was one of them that might have got like recruited. You know, he got recruited into the Rocks Pirates. Q said Shiki was the first mate. Check the list again. What you mean check the list again? Yeah, I read your list. You talking about your you talking about the list that you posted? Cause yeah, I said I'll take your word for it though. If you're talking about Shiki, that's what I'm saying. Like I originally didn't know, but you said he was part of it, so I said I'll take your word for it. But I read your list though. I already named Zebek. I named Whitebeard. I named Shiki, or I didn't name Shiki, but you named him, and I named Big Mom. And I named Kaido. I didn't name Shang-Chi. I didn't name Captain John, and I didn't name White or Shiki. But when you named him, I did call out Captain John, and I said I forgot who Shang-Chi was, and then I was like, you know, I didn't, you know, I wasn't sure if Shiki was in there, but I'll take your word for it. I don't see who you added. You said Zebek, Whitebeard, Shiki, Captain John, Big Mom, Cube. Oh, Cube. You're part of the Rocks. Yeah, you're right. I did miss that. I didn't. Maybe I seen it, but I didn't connect the dots right away. Right. I didn't connect. Oh man, that's funny. I didn't realize you was a rocks pirate, man. I didn't realize that. That's funny. And then he said, "Yeah, the list added something else." And then he laughed. Yeah, so we got all these strong characters in this on this one crew, and it's like, what would if you got such a strong crew, such a powerhouse of a crew, what can what stops that? Now, I would say one common thing among groups, organizations or groups, be it a crew, be it a gang, be it a business, be it a sports team, whatever you want to say, when you assemble so many great so many great talent, right? You assemble so much great talent into one group, and all this great talent, like great talent tends to come with big egos, right? So I would probably go off the guess that what separated this crew might have been egos, right? You have it's like there's a saying you can't have too many chefs in the kitchen, right? And that might be an example of that saying, right? You got too many strong powerhouse people who all feel as though they are like they all probably believe in their head that they are capable of becoming a pirate king or becoming the captain of the best pirate crew, right? Like they all probably have a mindset, or at least most of them have the mindset to believe that they're capable of leading their own crew and not just being someone else's follower, right? They they have it in their head that they're the ones capable of being the star of the show, right? That's sports teams, that's organizations, gangs, pirate crews, all these things, you know. Elson Jackington said, "I thought it was Wang Shi, as Tekken loves to say." Desna says, "I really would love a Davy back fight game." You mean in the series? I don't know if they're going to do another one. They already had an arc, or unless you meant like a video game or like a board game, maybe. A Davy back board game where you have, or like a video game where you have your own crew and other people have their own crew, and you got to try to take everybody's crew members. That could be fun, man. That could be fun, like a video game, or even I know a lot of people don't play board games like that, but even something along the line as a board game, you know. But yeah, anyway, let's actually get into this video though, man. Let's get into this video. Cube said, "I just thought of something. Chopper, the youngest, lost and was temporarily in Foxy's crew. Kaido was rumored to be the youngest. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he could have, he could have got Kaido from a crew as well. I'm not knocking that either, but I kind of like the idea that because how I kind of look at it, Kaido might have respected Zebek, like in a way. Like let's take Big Mom for example, right? Big Mom was kind of trashing. Remember what you brought up, what you pointed out, how she was trashing. What's the name? How she was trashing Rocks. So you said that's probably that's a clue of why maybe she was lost. She pretty much was part of the Rocks Pirates due to Davy Back fight, right? So, but Kaido don't seem like he might not have any animosity towards the Rocks, right? So that kind of leads me to believe maybe he voluntarily joined. Maybe he was recruited and maybe he was scouted and recruited and he voluntarily joined, and that's why he still holds Zebek in like a high regard versus Big Mom, who was kind of forced to go with the Rocks Pirates. Uh, Desmond says, I'm in a video game. Yeah. Cube says, same thing happened to Kaido. And then Desmond says, I am a dev myself, so I always think in how would that be as a game in my mind. Hey, if you're a developer, man, maybe you can put that together, man. Maybe you could put that. Maybe you could develop that game, you know. And then Desmond says, "Let's start." All right, man. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here chatting with you guys, man. You know, and we already started. This is the start. We discussing this thing. But yeah, this is right. Let's start this. Let's start this video. Hey, man, getting all a little impatient there. I see you, Desmond. Getting a little impatient there, brother. All right, let me make sure I give him a like. We're gonna like it. I want to make sure you guys see the video too. Like I don't want what happened yesterday to happen again. All right, the real reasons the Rock Pirates disbanded.
Trade his very own crew. This should be apparent as... Hey guys, so Rocksteady Zebek betrayed his very own crew. This should be apparent as Big Mom tells crewmates to not trust him, Whitebeard's persona completely differs from Zebek's, and Kaido loves mentioning how pirates will betray their captain. If that's not enough to convince you, I suggest you stick around because I have loads of strong evidence to prove my case. But before we jump into that, I upload 3 times a week, so please subscribe to keep up with the most evil channel on YouTube.
Evil.
So this theory has been in the back of my mind for a while now, but what really convinced me is the most recent chapter that dropped. During chapter 1041, Kaido had a flashback of when he first joined the Rock's pirate crew. He remembers how Big Mom tells him she's going to be the king of the seas. I bring this up because this actually conflicts with Zebek's goal. In chapter 957, Sengoku told Marines that Zebek's goal is to be the king of the world. Whether these two titles are the same thing or king of the world is more grand, this is still very important because this shows that in the crew, their goals aren't even aligned. Unlike a crew like the Straw Hats, where all their goals perfectly tie into each other. This actually goes deeper because she also says to not trust Zebek because he's a scoundrel. This completely contradicts most pirate crews since they generally trust their captain. So why would Big Mom tell a newcomer to not trust Zebek? Honestly, it might be as simple.
But you know something, now that I think about it, right? Now that I think about when Big Mom says that, that makes all the sense in the world as to why Big Mom, her pirate crew is her kids, right? They're her kids instead of just some random strangers that she find along in the world, right? Her kids are her crew. So, you know, it would seem as a captain, you know, the best way to go about having a loyal crew would be to pretty much have like family members, you know, like those are usually people you can trust a little more, or people that you grew up with, like close friends, like how Kid and Killer or I pretty much grew up with each other, right? So like that would make sense. And for Big Mom, it makes sense because she uses her kids, right? Like they're more open to listening to what she says since she's their mother, right? So, and I think that right there is probably the prime reason. Like her experience on the Rocks Pirates is the prime reason why Big Mom uses, like she only recruits her kids as her crewmates. Elson Jackington says, starting to think Kaido wasn't his initial name. Perhaps Zebek gave him the name, much like Kaido gave Arbor the name King, especially when you consider his name Kaido. It can translate to Joy Boy. That's an interesting point you bring. I don't know. You know, I don't have enough to sit there and debunk that theory because maybe it wasn't his name. You know, I don't know. It's not really enough to go on to either argue or support that. But it is a very interesting thought. You know, I would be curious I'm curious if Kaido is his real name. You know, like maybe he renamed Arbor and the King because it's what happened to him. You know, he's doing something that happened to him. So it makes sense though. I know what you mean though. And then we got Best Generation in the building. Shout out to Best Gen. He said, "Oi, what's good, Best Gen? What's good? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here." Elson Jackson said, "The Time Lord and Pause King." Yep. And then Desmond says, "I still think that Big Mom produces children very differently from what we are used to." Yeah, I don't know how you would produce children differently than normal birth, but okay. I mean, I guess she could do it like kind of how Judge creates people. You know, you could create people by like DNA. You know, DNA modification and cloning and stuff like that. And then Cube said Big Mom's body is different, is created differently. Best Generation said like the thought too. Yeah, man, that's interesting though about that Kaido not being his name. Let's continue.
Simple as Zebek being a really selfish person. We can't say the whole crew is like that because clearly Whitebeard turned out to be a family man. And so did Big Mom, like especially Big Mom. Apparently 46 sons and 39 daughters was not enough for her. Okay, I went a little bit off track there. Let's go back to Zebek. We do know that the Rocks Pirates family dynamic was at a very limited level. In chapter 957, Sengoku says that members would constantly fight and kill each other. No matter how wild that crew was, this shows a lot about the captain and how he runs things. With all that being said, it's very apparent that Rocks D. Zebek didn't care about the well-being of his crew, and he only formed the crew for his own personal gain. I'm under the assumption that if he did become king of the world, he would abandon and throw his crewmates to the side. More than likely, Zebek and Kaido are similar because they see crewmates as nothing more than just pawns or playing cards. That's why he went with the...
I disagree with that because what we seen... I disagree with that. I think Kaido actually cares about his crew. Cause like when Jack was fighting, when he was fighting Inuyasha and Nekomamushi, right? And they was about to beat him, right? They was pretty much about to kill him. He pretty much saved Jack. Like he didn't just let Jack die. He saved Jack, and because he cares about Jack. Now maybe Jack is just treated special compared to everybody else in the crew. I don't know, but he was like, look, I'm not going, he said himself, he's like, I'm not going to allow you guys to finish off one of my precious crewmates, right? Now, most of his other subordinates, yeah, he's definitely like that, but at least with his top subordinates, he's not like that. And at least with Jack, at least what we've seen from Jack, he protected Jack. So I don't think Kaido is like that cold-hearted when it comes to his crewmates as somebody like he speculates Zebek being, right?
The nicknames of Jack, Queen, King, and Joker. Is this a second reason why Kaido wanted to go to Marineford? To find his ace?
Oh.
Throughout the course of the Wano arc, Kaido seems to be showing that he admires Zebek. We see this in chapter 1001 when Kaido asks Luffy how high his ceiling will go. The clouds above Luffy show Roger, Whitebeard, Odin, Shanks, and Zebek. Clearly, if he sees Zebek as a top dog and a former captain, he has at least an ounce of admiration for Zebek. For example, in chapter 972 when Odin was executed, Kaido compliments Odin for having a spectacular death. This is exactly why Kaido sees Odin at the ceiling in terms of greatness. This ties into another big theme we see in Kaido and Zebek, which is dying a grand death. In chapter 994, Kaido tells the Scabbards that death is what completes a person. He also says that Roger and Whitebeard did it right. So looking back at the conversation he had with Luffy, we can assume that Zebek must have had a grand death too. But what is so grand about betrayal? I believe that is exactly why it's so grand to Kaido. Zebek most likely put up a good fight to not only Roger and Garp, but his own crew. I can see a scenario where the Rocks Pirates were losing, and instead of them cooperating with each other, they started bickering. This then turned into a snowball effect, and all teamwork.
Yeah, that's what I believe might have happened. Because I just don't know if I believe that like Garp and Roger pretty much soloed. It's not really solo because it's two people, right? But them two by themselves beat a crew of that magnitude. Like I'm sure they might have had some help, but if they were the only two powerhouses there, right there and then, I think because I would think that Roger's crew was there, right? Like maybe they could have fought some people, but if they weren't there and it was just Roger and Garp, I personally think that maybe Zebek's crew was fighting among each other. Like maybe Whitebeard ended up helping Roger and Garp. Like maybe Whitebeard betrayed Zebek at that point, because he probably personally liked Roger more than he liked Zebek, and he didn't like where Zebek was going with his ambition and everything. So I could see like Whitebeard possibly betraying, maybe even Big Mom possibly as well, But I think that's what made the Rocks Pirates fail against Roger and Garp, because I just don't know if Roger and Garp would have been able to beat all of them by themselves, right? Like maybe they did though. Maybe they did. I'm not saying they didn't. Maybe they did. I think there had to be something on Zebek's side that kind of hindered them winning along, in that fight. And then where was I? Desna says, I mean, she can bring life to trees. Why not just two as a joke? Sperm cells that will turn into children. So she's just putting life into people's sperm cells. I mean, I that's funny though. I mean, hey man, if we learn that happened, I'll laugh. I would laugh if that's the truth behind how she grew her family. Q said, I see Whitebeard helping Roger. Yeah, I can see that too. Like I can low key see that as well. And then Desmond also say, yeah. And he says, I think that Roger plus Garp wasn't everything about this fight. This is just what they telling us. Exactly. See, you on the same wavelength I'm on right now. And then we got Evil in the house. He said, yep. What's good, Evil? Welcome to the stream. Shout out to Evil. Checking out this Rocks Pirates Disbanded video you did. Doesn't say you seem to enjoy the pause, perfectly pause. Well, look, man. I know y'all keep bringing up the pausing, but it's is a reaction stream. I have to react to what's being said. You want me to talk over the video when I have something to say, so y'all can't hear me or the video? I'm just saying it's a reaction video, bro. It's a reaction stream. It's kind of the point. It's kind of the point to pause. It's kind of the point. Oh man, y'all killing me with this pausing thing. I get it. I get that I pause, but it's a reaction stream. Best Generation said, "How you Evil?" And he said, "I'm great. Hope y'all doing well." Yeah, we're doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm about to be. Dang, man, I'm an old man. But my birthday's tomorrow. I don't want to keep repeating my age, but I'm about to have a birthday, so I'm feeling good. So yeah, and I hope everybody's doing well as well. But let's continue.
Was diminished. Big Mom doesn't trust Zebek anyway, and she even tells crewmates to not trust him either. So why would she put her life on the line for him? Zebek doesn't care that his own crewmates are fighting and killing each other. So why would Whitebeard approve of that when he's a family man? But yet somehow, some way, Kaido admires Zebek. Another idea I had is, what if Zebek planned on disbanding his crew the day of the God Valley incident? What if Zebek's powers were so much that it began to friendly fire? Or what if he even purposely began attacking his own crew? He could have been attacking his own crew from the standpoint of, I don't need you guys anymore. And from the looks of it, he didn't seem to care about his crew at any point. So let's take a look at the Beast Pirates. Kaido grew his army by beating people and dominating their will. So we can't say that Kaido cares cares about the social aspect of a crew. I mean, look at Yamato. Even if she admires an op, he doesn't treat her with love and compassion. I'm led to believe that the only reason that Kaido admires Zebek is because of his grand depth and strength. Like, think about it. Rox fought at least against Roger and Garp, so his strength must have been incredible. With that being said, in chapter 987, Kaido mentions that pirates betray each other. He says that when they know you'll lose, they will abandon you and sail away. Hey Kaido, that sounds really specific. Did you witness that firsthand? My instinct tells me...
Man, that's why, like, low-key, I used to, like, just saying that, like, to me, that, it foreshadowed Big Mom possibly betraying Kaido, or even vice versa, right? Like, maybe, but, you know, at this point, you know, I don't even know if Big Mom's still going to be in the arc anymore, you know? I don't know if she's going to come back. I hope she me personally, I kind of hope she comes back, but, yeah, like, but that's kind of one of the things, how they kept talking about, you know, pirates betray each other. To me, it was almost like a foreshadow that, you know, Big Mom was going to betray Kaido and be kind of the reason why he loses to Luffy. But at this point in the arc, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. Dang, man. You see, you enjoy the pause. How you nah, it's okay. All right, Elson Jackson said making Eddie look beautiful with that timing. Oh, y'all enjoying the pause, okay. And then Best Jen said, "Nah, we trolling a little." And Q said, "I think he's talking about when the video paused. The thumbnail is funny." Desmond said, "Yeah, sorry for confusion. Best Generation feels amazing. Fire take can totally see Rox being a betrayer." Yeah, and then Desmond said, "Yeah, down the rock bottom. Yeah, I could definitely see him kind of leaving his crew out to dry or whatever. I could see that. I kind of see like Blackbeard and Rox might be similar in like personality. So when I look at Blackbeard, I look at kind of like what Rox might have been as a pirate. You know, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying. But let's continue.
Me that this is exactly what happened to Zebek, and he probably deserved it. Because again, Zebek didn't care about his crewmates' well-being. One other thing I want to touch on is chapter 1013. This was a chapter that Kaido knocked Luffy off of Onigashima. The reason I bring this up is because Kaido says they'll keep believing that you're going to win, won't they? This contradicts how Kaido says pirates will betray each other. So clearly, Kaido is holding up Luffy to some respect, and maybe Luffy was able to have people believe in him, unlike Zebek. Luffy is nothing more than an up-and-coming pirate taking on a Yonko, yet people still believe in him. Zebek had a powerful crew, and they didn't even believe in him going against Roger and Garp. So it makes sense why Kaido has at least some respect for Luffy. When it comes to inherited will, that is a big part of One Piece. We see this constantly through Luffy and Roger for smaller things like the straw hat they wear, or even more nuanced things like how they point up to Skypiea. Oda has fate and parallels in mind when he writes the story, and the one I'll be bringing up today is Blackbeard and Zebek. There's a lot of parallels and similarities between the two. We know that Blackbeard's ship is called the Saber of Zebek. Blackbeard and Zebek use the same exact island as their base, and many more other things. I want to highlight characteristics we see in these two characters because we can then get an understanding of Zebek. So according to Sengoku, Zebek wanted to be the king of the world. Since he died at God Valley, he was unable to fulfill his dream. But the key note here is that he lost to Roger, who later went on to be the Pirate King. I think we'll be able to apply this to Blackbeard because Blackbeard will lose to Luffy and Luffy will become the Pirate King. It's a safe headcanon to say that Luffy inherited Roger's will and Blackbeard inherited Zebek's will. Another example is how Blackbeard is a coward. Whether he's begging for mercy during a fight or uses cunning tactics to grow in the world of piracy, he does not have moralistic ways of victory. It's possible that during Zebek's defeat, he was begging for mercy as well, especially considering how Kaido says pirates will abandon you if they think you'll lose. When he was abandoned, he probably begged for mercy only to not receive any. The last characteristic I want to highlight is how Kaido and Blackbeard gather powerful people as a part of their crew. How they employ these pirates is through brute strength and fear. What I mean by that is Kaido breaks people's will until they submit and join his army, and Blackbeard makes people fight it out in a prison cell and recruits the winner. I could imagine that Zebek formed his crew.
Yeah, I like that you bring up Blackbeard. I really do, because I definitely agree with you on that. You know, like I personally, I believe that Zebek might actually be living within Blackbeard, because I think with Blackbeard, when we talk about Blackbeard's weird body, I think Blackbeard has multiple souls. I've said it before, but I think Blackbeard has multiple souls within him, and I think Zebek might be one of them. Right? That's why Blackbeard knows so much about the world, about devil fruits, he also studies, yes, that's true, but I think he probably knows a lot more than, we give him credit for, which is why he's always ahead of the curve, right? So I think he might have Zebek pretty much giving him a lot of the answers, right? Desmond said, yeah, down to rock bottom. And then Evil said, Bluff guy, keep doing what you're doing, King. Appreciate it, man. You definitely keep doing what you're doing, though, man. You make a lot of great videos, a lot of great theories. You definitely be having me thinking like, that is a good point. I never thought of that. And anybody who does that to me, I'm usually, you good in my book. You definitely good in my book. So yeah, I definitely appreciate the support and the motivation. I'm a keep working, man. I'm gonna keep working. But let's continue with your video you put so much work into.
Using tactics like this, I don't think his crewmates actually admired and respected him like a typical crew does. He could have recruited all his members through something like Davy back fights, or by simply being stronger than.
There you go, Q. The Davy back fight right there. That's one thing you've been telling me for a while now about the Rocks Pirates being recruited through the Davy back fight.
Them. When it comes to Blackbeard, Kaido, and Zebek, I guarantee you that if these captains were to lose a fight, their crewmates would see no purpose in following them. For example, in chapter 549, Blackbeard recruited Shiryu. He was said to be on par with Magellan as an impel down guard and as a threat. When they met each other, Shiryu said that Blackbeard was the kind of man he was waiting for. But if Blackbeard was to lose a serious fight, then I bet Shiryu would backpedal on that statement, which fits perfectly on Kaido's outlook of pirates. And even in Punk Hazard, Robin tells Luffy that he shouldn't align with Law because alliances tend to end in betrayal. That's probably what the Rocks crew actually was, just an alliance. These guys didn't admire Zebek, and he didn't care for them. He wasn't a real captain like Luffy is. Luffy is able to inspire his crewmates and have them proclaim he will be Pirate King even when they are facing death's door. I doubt Zebek actually inspired his crewmates, which explains why they rarely, if ever, mention him. If Zebek can't coordinate his crew, and they are all bickering during the God Valley incident, and they feel like Zebek is going to lose, it would make sense why pirates abandon each other. Morally, Zebek betrayed his crew due to his leadership and selfishness. Physically, the Rocks pirates abandoned Zebek due to him losing the incident. I have 2 videos on screen ready for you to watch, and I dare you to click one before this video ends. Bye!
All right. Make sure I already liked the video. So yeah, that's the video, y'all.
Devil fruits are the embodiment of people's dreams.
Oh, we got videos playing. Yeah, so that's the video, you guys. So what y'all think? How do y'all think that Rocks Pirates disbanded? Do y'all think it was do y'all think, they abandoned Zebek, or was it the other way around? Did Zebek abandon his crew? He betrayed them? Did they betray him? Maybe they believed he was going to betray them, so they, did it first. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he believed they was going to betray him, so he betrayed them first. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me read what you guys are saying. Disney says, imagine he begs for mercy. Begs for mercy, and they spare him, but they said to him, he is not allowed to use his name ever again and has to stop pirating. And this snitch prepares Blackbeard with his dream. When did he become a snitch, though? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What if they spared him? I don't see pirates caring like that, like to spare you and like, you know what, we'll spare you, but just stop using your name. You know, like I don't know. I don't know if I don't think they the type that if they want to kill you, if they're planning on kill you, I think they're going to kill you. I don't know if they're going to spare you. Yeah, you know, I could just see him possibly just abandoning him more than if anything, you know. Elson Jackington said Blackbeard one of Big Mom's homies. That's wild. So I guess homies would be able. I mean, hey, why not? If a gun or if a sword could consume a devil fruit somehow, I guess a homie could too. You know, maybe like how would that happen? Like, you know, like dang, you know, she would put a soul into a dead body, maybe. You know, maybe she made Zebek one of her homies, right? Maybe she took Zebek's soul and then put Zebek's soul into like a kid or something. But from what we know or from what was said, I don't think you can put a homie into a live person, right? So the person would probably have to be dead. Like maybe she can put it into like a dead body. You know, she could like correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Wasn't it said that she can't put homies into living things? You know, supposedly. That's how I remember it. Desmond says, "LOL, are we watching Mons too?" I mean, we could watch it because you know, this video was pretty short. This video was definitely short. He said, this makes so much sense. Great vid. Yeah, you're right. But my thought was that Roger, like Luffy, wouldn't kill people. Oh, you're talking about Roger and Garp. They spared Zebek. For some reason I thought you was talking about the crew, like the Rocks pirates. I thought you were saying like they betrayed him and then they spared him. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, like maybe Garp. You know, I could see Garp doing something like that as a Marine. You know, him doing that. Maybe the Rocks pirates killed him. That wasn't even a like nobody ever even brought that up. What if the Rocks pirates killed Zebek, right? Maybe he betrayed them and they killed him, you know, and that was the end of the Rocks pirates, you know, or like maybe he left them hanging and then he met up with him again and he you know, they killed him. Maybe they was mad at him, you know. And then Doesn't says great vid. Yeah, you're right. But my thought was like Roger, like Luffy, wouldn't kill people. Yeah. You know he wouldn't kill people. So I guess he would spare him as well. That would make sense that he would spare him, and you know. But that's why I think that maybe the Rocks pirates could have killed Zebek because he was a coward or something. You know what I'm saying? And then Elson Jackington said, "You're absolutely right. First fruit would be the Hito no Mi in an inanimate object." Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. And then we got Kel Fowler. Shout out to Kel Fowler. He said, "Womp God, womp God, womp womp womp." And then Elson Jackington said, "Homie in inanimate objects, then devil fruits, human." Okay, yes, but yeah, you can only put them in the inanimate objects. That's what I thought. And then Elson Jackington said, "Just running with the idea now." Hey, bro, you can have that. You can have that one. What happens when, or doesn't say what happens when you unhomied them again? I think they just like shrivel up or something. You know, like they just no longer alive anymore. You know, I think it's pretty much it. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. Let's I'm gonna pull up another video. We're gonna do another video from one of our subscribers, Desness. I don't know. Your name doesn't even have a D. I don't know why. Let me find your video first, guy. Let me find your video and then we can do that one. Give me a second, guys. All right, copy link address. All right, y'all. So
the great cleansing that the five elders talk.
We're about to do a video from Desness. Since the last video was so short, we're gonna do another video, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So yeah, so this video is from subscriber Mugiwara Desness, and y'all can go to his channel. I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description box after the stream is over. So yeah. So I'll let y'all see, so y'all can see what his channel look like, Mugiwara Desness. Bam, y'all see I'm already subscribed. So yeah, let's check this out. Let's check this out.
Talked about is even more evil than you thought. My theory. What if the great cleansing that the five elders talk?
Before we get into it, let me just knock out these chats and then we're gonna start. Desmond says, "Yeah, thank you very much." Elson Jackington said, "Enter Zeus." Desmond says, "Great cleansing, flooding, or type my name. Cool, thanks." I'm gonna put the link in there. I'm gonna put the whole link so everybody could check it out. Said, "Cool, thanks. I am so grateful. Thank you. Excited." And then Truth Seeker said, "It's a great theory." You talking about the great cleansing, or are you talking about the previous one? I'm not too sure, but yeah. But let's continue.
What if the great cleansing that the five elders talked about is even more evil than you thought? My theory is that a cleansing would mean to flood the entire world again.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
Hello fellow pirates, my name is Desnis and today I have my very first One Piece theory for you. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. I was highly inspired by the videos of Morge, Ors and Parvision about this topic. Please check out their awesome theories after this one. Correlation to inspiration. Christianity is a big inspiration for Oda when it comes to his pirate baby. From Treasure Tree Adam, Sunlight Tree
TT Kubo, and
self-proclaimed gods, real gods, forbidden devil fruits, demons, angels from the sky, Ark Maxime, Noah,
hold on, you ain't do that. You ain't just do that. I know I just missed that. Hold on, I'm sorry. I know I rewinded, but did you say Enel was a self-proclaimed god and Usopp was a real god?
From Treasure Tree Adam, Sunlight Tree Eve, self-proclaimed gods, real gods, fruits, demons, Angels from the Sky, Ark Maxim, Ark Noah, Jesus Burgess, a Messiah who gathered 12 principles for his cause, Kuma's Bible, Odin's Journal referred to as a Bible, Whiskey Peak's Nuns, Mihawk's Cross collection, and Zorro's new Halloween costume. The story is full of references. But what if Oda didn't stop here? Maybe the great cleansing that we heard of in chapter 908 is actually inspired by the story of Noah's Ark from the Bible. Emphasis on Genesis.
Oh, we getting biblical here. We getting biblical here. I'm always down for a theory that they start using like religious, especially the Bible, because that's probably the religious text I'm most familiar with.
When human beings began to increase, the Nephilim were on the earth in those days. The Lord saw that every thought of the human heart was evil at the time. He said, I will wipe the human race from the face of the earth. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord, as he walked faithfully with God. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people. I am going to destroy them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of wood. Make rooms in it and coat it inside out. You are to bring to the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, animal, and creature will come to you to be kept alive. I will send rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe every living creature I have made. Noah did all the Lord commanded him, and Noah, his sons, his wife, and all the animals entered the ark to escape the waters of flood. And rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. Every living thing that moved on land perished. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. And God sent a wind over the earth, and the water receded. Now the floodgates of the heaven had been closed, the rain had stopped. The waters continued to recede, and the tops of the mountain became visible. Noah opened the window and sent out a dove, until it did not return to him. Then God said to Noah, Come out of the ark. Bring out every kind of living creature so they can multiply. So Noah came out, and he built an altar to the Lord. The Lord said in his heart, Never again will I curse the ground because of humans. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Intention of prevention. Have you noticed some similarities? Could the Great Cleansing really mean to flood the entire world? Why? What would be the purpose of that? Well, it would kill nearly every creature in the world, except the ones who live on the red line. Many devil fruit users would drown as sinners, and their fruits could only return to Marijoa. I think the flooding could start at the hobby of the world nobles, to collect slaves like Pokemon, because the only way to get...
That, when you said something there that made a lot of sense though. Like if they do flood the world, right? The devil fruits would have to go to the I guess the Eve tree. If we come to learn that the Adam and Eve tree are the ones that do produce fruits, it would definitely have to go to the Eve tree, I would think. I mean, it'd probably go to the Adam tree as well, but the Eve tree, which is on top of Marijoa, like the devil fruits would be at least accessible compared to the Adam tree, which, a lot of people speculate that the Adam tree might be in Elbath, but, we don't really know, so, but those devil fruits might not be accessible because they just fall in the water and, the whole entire earth would supposedly be underwater, quote unquote. At least that would be the plan, at least as far as the plan. Let me check this chat. Eliz says, everyone please, and shout out to Eliz. Eliz is a close friend of mine, right? So, I don't care him coming on there plugging himself, but he's a good friend. He makes great content. He makes a lot of stuff about hockey, like understanding hockey and everything. He says, everyone please check out Disney Channel, the great cleansing theory of fire ever though it's about water. Okay, so it's somebody else's theory he's plugging. Then Desnes laughs and he said, this part of the video I had to do so everyone is on the same page. Yes, I drew that myself. Now I would love to stop. Thanks. And then Desnes said, Elids is fire as well. And he makes great content. He definitely makes fire content. You know, I'm still waiting on him to get back from his vacation so we can collaborate on something. So we can you know. I forgot we got something. We kind of was talking about doing something. I'm gonna have to talk to him because we was talking about doing something. I forgot what it was at the moment. But yeah, let's continue.
Rescued from an unexpected flood would be to flee to the Red Line, where you would be welcomed and become a slave for the rest of your life, while they would argue that it's all for the cause of keeping different races alive. Or maybe the 20 kingdoms promised to serve the established government just to be saved from the flood on the top of the Red Line, knowing that they must obey to prevent worse. The only ones who survive alone are the folks who are already prepared for flooding. Mary Joa, Sioux, the Barati, Wano Kuni, Fishman Island, Fridabark, maybe the islands within Wales. Everyone who has a big ship, and soon Whole Water 7 too. You could even code a ship and flee underwater. But either way, the flood would wipe out nearly all of history. Races, animals, islands, and wisdom would drown. The so-called
Did you say racist animals? Sound like you said racist animals.
drown. The so-called evil would be erased from the earth. Would wipe out nearly all of history. Races, animals, islands, and wisdom would drown. The so-called evil.
I thought you said racist animals.
The balance of the world would be renewed. Clue out of the blue. But is there more evidence for the flooding? It's still far-fetched, right? Well, we already know that there was a great cleansing in the past to wipe out all of the ancient kingdom. So there must be evidence of that, right? If a flood really happened, what would be the greatest thing that you find after that? What would be necessary to rebuild your society? But it's very rare at the time. It would be dirt, just the thing you have so much of that it's totally normal that it's everywhere. But it is so important after flooding that you would literally start a war because of it. Maybe some people flee to the Sky Islands because plants can grow on island clouds, but they cannot germinate in them. Thus, the praised worth is the most valuable substance in Skypiea. And the fairy worth that Enel is talking about is a legendary land and literally means endless earth. Maybe its meaning comes from their ancestors, who still thought of the earth they left. Power to let it shower. But how?
Power to let it shower.
I have two takes on that. Maybe you can come up with even more. My first one would be the simplest. We all know the weather attacks that Nami uses with her climate tech, and the technology from Wetheria. Maybe there's a machine that can create rain that falls all over the world for a long time. But the most satisfying conclusion would be Imu. Imu backwards means ocean in Japanese. Maybe Imu really has a devil fruit power related to weather, rain, or even the element of water itself. Maybe Im-sama is really this godlike being, so strong that he or she can control the element, the weather, and even listens to the planet. This would reflect Enel's godly powers, and he wanted to destroy his realm too. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this theory? Write down in the comments what I missed. Did you find even more evidence? Or will this whole theory drown in nonsense? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. I have great plans to do more theories in the future, so stay tuned and let's set sail.
All right, man. Hey, great work. Great job with that video, Desnes. Great job. It was a good video. I don't know if we're going to get a cleansing, you know, just because, and it's not, I don't think it was a bad theory. That's not why I don't believe it. It's just, I don't believe it because I don't know if we have a time to, you know, like, now, okay, maybe they would try to do something like that. Like, I agree with you that they might try some cleansing like that, but as far as it succeeding or it almost succeeding, like, you know, I feel as though this story, you know, like Oda's probably is trying to wrap up, and we already got a lot of stuff we got to cover and stuff. So having to do a cleansing, like adding a cleansing to that would probably, that would probably add another couple years to the story that Oda may not try to do. But that's if, of course, Oda is really trying to wrap this up within the next few years, right? So, that would have to be the case. But I can see along the line as like maybe that being the cleansing that the Gorosei was talking about, right? Like maybe that's what they're planning to do. It's just they will fail because like maybe that's going to be the objective of this big war that we're going to get, like as we get closer to the end of the series. So the world government's objective might be is to start this great cleansing, and then the war is pretty much going to be the war to pretty much stop this cleansing, So, but great theory, good theory, some good points in there, But let me read the chat. Ela said, "Oh my bad, Disney auto corrected. I meant to write business." You said, "Everyone, please check out business." Oh, so you was talking about business? Yeah, that's the that's who we was just watching was business. That's who we was just watching. And then doesn't say, "Yeah, I thought of that." So your thought from here, and then Elson Jackington said, "Lo yo, Elids, you got some fire takes." And I agree with that. He does. He definitely does. Elson Jackington said, "Bro, Desness, this is fire. Thank you very much." Desness thanked him. Pleasure to see you. I don't think the cleansing. I think it's the danger the Straw Hats want to avoid as a danger. Yeah, I can, I can see it being a threat, right? Like it's like one of those looming threats. Like, hey, we gotta stop this cleansing. I don't think it's going to be something they're going to even remotely succeed in, though. Because that would definitely probably destroy almost everybody. It'll just be a ocean world, right, with a bunch of devil fruit users and boats and ships, having with no land, right? No land. Everybody just on ships, can't grow nothing. But he said, "Yeah, that's my opinion too. I just wanted to make a point that the cleansing couldn't mean flooding." No, I get what you're saying, and again, I agree with that theory as far as the potential of it, or of it being a threat. So I do agree with you. And it would make sense, because I do think Oda draws a lot from the Bible, right? Something along the line is the world government trying to flood the world could make sense. But how would they do that, though? How would they do that? Maybe, I have a theory that the ancient weapon Uranus is something that controls the weather. Like that's one of my, that's what I believe. Because when we look at like Greek gods and like ancient Greek mythology, we got Pluton, who's the pretty much the god of the underworld. And when we look at what the Pluton is, or what we believe the Pluton to be, because what was said in the story, which is a large ship that can destroy islands, it like something that destroys islands. That is a weapon that has a heavy death count, right? That can kill a lot of people, which plays to the which is why it's called Pluton. Why it plays to the idea of the underworld, right? Because when you think of the underworld, you think of people that die. Their souls. That's where dead people's souls go to. And you look at a ship that could destroy an island, it's pretty much a ship that sends a lot of people to the underworld. And then we got Poseidon, which is the god of the sea, and who's what do we know of Poseidon in the story? It's Shirahoshi, the mermaid princess, the princess of the sea, royalty of the sea. So when I look at Uranus, which is the god of the sky, right? The guy of the sky, I look at whatever Uranus has to be, it has to be something associated with the sky. And I think one destructive thing that you could attribute to the sky is weather, right? Because rain comes from the sky. Wind is I don't really know how. Wind is just kind of like something. It's like a force of nature, right? But all this plays to the sky, right? So I think whatever Uranus is pause, because I hate that name Uranus because it just it makes me sound like I'm saying some dirty stuff, right? But I believe that Uranus is I'm gonna say it like that because I believe Uranus is something that has to do with weather manipulation. And why what do I think the purpose of these ancient weapons are? It's pretty much to unite the world, right? We got like the world is divided up. We have the red line, and then we have the grand line, and then we have the calm belt that's in between that's in between the grand line and each each sea. So I think the ultimate plan is to the ultimate plan for the series is to pretty much get rid of the red line, get rid of the grand line and the calm belts. How do you get rid of that with the ancient weapons? You get Pluton, which will probably pack enough punch to pretty much knock out the red line. The Poseidon controls these Sea Kings. The Sea Kings can also probably help destroy the red line as well. They also have a purpose of bringing the fishmen from Fishman Island to the surface somewhere through the Noah's Ark, which I don't get why they need a Noah's Ark when they're fishermen. They could just swim to the surface. But whatever. That's Poseidon's job. And then Uranus, I think when you destroy the red line, it's going to cause a disturbance in the weather, right? It causes a disturbance because when you look at the Grand Line is a weather phenomenon, right? Like each island is different. You go one location, you might go to an island where it's lightning all the time. So, and I think the reason for these weather occurrences, these weird weather occurrences, is because of the red line. So when you get rid of the red line, it's eventually going to bring an equilibrium, which is going to make the weather throughout the world like normal. But after destroying the red line, I think there's going to be a lot of disturbances. It's going to be hectic. Like the weather's going to be hectic. Like I believe, because it's going to get bad and then eventually get better. But if you have something like Uranus, it could probably just tame the weather like immediately. So I mean that's that's what I think. But if the world government though, if the Celestials, let's say they get a hold of Uranus, like maybe that's their dream or their goal, their mission is to find Uranus, and they have the ability to control the weather, then they can actually try to do this great cleansing. That's what I think. But let's check this out. Doesn't say, I just wanted to make a point that the cleansing could mean flooding. I got you on that. And then he says, then Elson Jackington says, I do believe there will be a flood before end of series. And then Doesn't says, thank you. I'm happy that you are all into flooding too now. I don't think we're into flooding, but we're into the theory of flooding. I don't want no floods happening where I'm at. I'm just messing with you. And then Elson Jackson said, it's something I've considered for a while. I just don't have enough info to try and connect it directly to the story. I don't think the Noah is for the fisherman merfolk. That's interesting. Tell me your thoughts on that. What so you believe that the Noah is for a flood and not for the merfolk? Yeah, I don't know, because to me it doesn't make sense why the fishermen need a ship, right? When they can pretty much swim through the ocean, unless it's something along the line like they can't just swim through the whole entire ocean. Maybe it takes too long. I don't know. Maybe it takes too long from get the Fishman Island to the surface. But I would think they could just swim up. Like we've seen it with what was her name back in Sabaody, the mermaid girl, Cammy, I think that was her name. Like her, like didn't she pretty much swim from Fishman Island? If I remember correctly, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Elson Jackson said Pluto connected not just to the underworld but beneath the Earth's surface as well. Okay. Yeah. Expand on that. Like what you mean. Like, I agree with that, but I'm just saying expand on what you mean. Or unless that's just what you mean, just it's connected to the Earth's surface, then you don't have to expand. But Desna says, who exactly Noah could be, I don't know. But it would be someone who has to obey God. He walks with good in his favor, God in his favor, and the God only thinks that is pure. Another take in how the water level could rise has to let the moon come closer to the air. Boy, Arto, go do I'm not sure what you said right there. But yeah, the moon definitely does have, it does control the tides. So, that is a strategy they can try to do, like maybe bring the moon a lot closer. But I don't know how they would do that, Then he says, but it was too far-fetched how to do this. What do you think about the part in the vid where I quoted the Bible? Many say it was unnecessary. I think it did drag on a little bit. I do believe it was kind of unnecessary. I get you were just setting the table, so I don't per se hate it, but I can see why people would think it was unnecessary. I don't think it was necessary, but I get why you added it. It was kind of to set up your theory. I would probably say make it shorter next time. Like, give us a shorter quote or something, Elson Jackson said a nail, perhaps. Maybe he is on the moon. I mean, I don't know how he would move the moon, though. I don't know how he would move the moon, but unless maybe he could change the shape of the arc maximum and then make it to where it kind of pushes the moon, right? Desna says, I thought of the Metroid fruit from the samurai dude. I can't point the name right now. Sorry. You know what I mean? He could pull the moon like Skull Kid. The Metroid fruit. I can't. I don't remember the character you're talking about. But Elson Jackson said his devil fruit power is amplified when targeting water. Flood the water, then strike it with lightning. LOL, just a thought. Really just spitballing. Well, yeah, because water is a conduit to electricity, right? So, I mean, but I don't know how that will raise the water level. Like, I could see how that could be dangerous, though. Like, if he could shoot, like, a huge, insane amount of electricity into the water and it just electrocute a bunch of people and fish and fishermen and all that. I could see how that'd be dangerous. I don't know how it would raise the tide, though. And then Desna says, or the moon is a spaceship like Star Wars and he can move. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that be heard me too. Or that bothered you too. You talking about the with the question you asked me about the quote in the Bible part? Elson Jackington said exactly. Elson and he says Cammy. Yeah, I was right. That was her name. Even Hody Jones and the boys swarm up regularly to look at Sabaody. Yeah, like why do they need the arc, you know? Like why is it necessary for this plan? I mean, unless it's like you could fit the actual island of Fishman Island on the Noah, you know. I don't think you can, but I'm saying if that's possible, then maybe they could just put that onto the arc and then bring it up. Maybe I don't know. I mean, but for that reason, you might as well just get a bunch of Sea Kings just to pull the island of Fishman Island up to the surface, right? And then Elson Jackson said Fuji Tora. Yeah, I guess he could actually bring the moon closer. You know, I guess he could pull it, right? He could pull the moon a lot closer. Hey, there you go, right? There you go. Oh, that's the guy you was talking about. Okay, yeah. When you said samurai guy, I automatically thought of Wano, like all the characters we met in Wano, right? Like I wasn't thinking Fujitora, you know. I was thinking like one of the samurais who's in Wano right now. Doesn't said he just said Fujitora, and then doesn't say yes, sorry. Yeah, so that's all I really got for that. You know, this was a double feature, right? And Desmond said, "Thank you very much. You're welcome very much. You're welcome." It was a good video, man. It was actually a good video, pretty good video. You know, I would think that you probably done these videos before, but you said it was your first one. But I would think because did you edit it? Did you edit the video as well? Because it was some good editing, you know. You got some good editing skills, and you said it was a pleasure to hear your thoughts on it. You know, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, man, if you edit that was a good video you did, especially for your. But I forgot you got editing knowledge, so like this wasn't your first video, just your first theory video, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the I'm gonna throw that link in the description box so people could check that out. So y'all make sure y'all go check out Desness's channel as well. And go give him a like, you know, go give him a like and a subscribe. But yeah. He said, I do YouTube for 10 years, but started One Piece channel last year. Okay. I mean, you got a lot more experience in YouTube than I do, so you know, I definitely might have to hit you up for some tips, you know. Maybe get some help with some editing. Like that's one of the reasons why I do live streams, because I don't like editing. You know, I'm not a great editor, and you know, editing is not my forte, nor do I want it to be my forte. You know, because I got other stuff I'd rather focus on. So yeah. Elson Jackington said, "Thanks, my guy. Enjoy your reacts. Appreciate the love. Every time you guys, I appreciate the praise, guys. Like I really do appreciate your guys' praises. You know, it means a lot to me. You know." And then Desmond said, "Thanks. Yeah, I love your reacts a lot. Yeah, why not hit me up? I might have to, man. Like I might have to, you know." But yeah, that's pretty much the stream. You know, y'all. You know, it's your boy, Sean P. the Bluff guy. Hey, make sure you like the stream. Hit that subscribe button and bell for notification, that notification bell, so y'all know when I get when I go live. I Now that I think about it, I probably won't be streaming for the rest of the week. You know, I might stream Friday. I don't know. You know, today is my it's my birthday week, so you know I gotta try to enjoy it. You know, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I got people who want me to do things, so I'm gonna try to make some time for them. You know, because with this channel, I don't really have a lot of time for myself. You know, I don't have a lot of time to do things with people, so I think this is going to be a great opportunity for me to take a little break, maybe. You know, but we'll definitely be back Sunday. I'm not missing no chapter stream. So again, y'all might not get we might not get another stream till Sunday. So I'm sorry. I know. I don't want y'all. I hope y'all don't be disappointed in me, or like, you know what, screw this guy. You want to take these long breaks, but just please work with me. It is my birthday week, and I do kind of want to enjoy it. It's been a while since I actually enjoyed a birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I actually enjoyed one of my birthdays, so I think I'm gonna do that this week. So yeah. Anyway, also, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Twitter, my Facebook page. If you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we have the One Piece Facebook group and the One Piece Discord. All of these will be linked in the description, as well as the video from Evil we did about the disbanding of the Rocks Pirates and the great cleansing by subscriber Desness. I will have both those linked in the description after this stream. The Evil one is already there, but Desness will be there after. So y'all go check that out. Y'all go give both of them a like. Baby goes to support. I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. Peace.